My name is Dr. Lee, and I'm going to be your instructor for this Human 4 World Religions course. When we say world religions, I think we have a pretty good idea of the word world. In other words, we're looking at religions not just in North America, but globally, around the world. But when it comes to the word religion, what do we understand by that term, religion? Question: is Christianity a religion? If so, let's look at a philosophy, for example, existentialism. Is existentialism a philosophy, or is it a religion? Let's look at something else, Satanism. Is Satanism a philosophy, or is Satanism a religion? What makes a religion a religion? Well, you could say the difference, between Satanism, existentialism, and Christianity is that Christianity has a God. If that is the case, what is the nature of God? Is the God somehow sort of polytheistic, in other words, many gods? Or is God pantheistic, say in Hinduism, where God is in nature? And I'm thinking of the Upanishads, where a young boy goes to college, and like most students today, comes back and tells his parents that he knows just about everything about life, etc. But he doesn't know about the divine, he doesn't know about God. His name was Svetakichu Arjuneya. And his teacher, Adalaka, instructs the little boy about the nature of divine. So he says to Svetakichu Arjuneya, fetch me the fruit of the Nyagroda tree. Little boy comes back and says, here it is, sir. His teacher says, now break it and tell me what you see. Well, he breaks the fruit and he says, sir, the fruit is broken, but I don't see anything. And the teacher says, of this subtle essence, you do not see or do not perceive, this giant tree grows. It is the truth. It is the true. It is God. Then the teacher says, bring me a glass of water. That's pretty simple, isn't it? A glass of water. And he says, now taste the water from the top. It's water. Middle, it's water. Bottom, it's still water. Now he said, take this salt and stir the salt into the water and do the same thing. From the top, oh gosh, it's salty. Middle, it's very salty. The bottom, it is salty. And then the teacher says, again, the subtle essence you don't perceive. It is there. It is the true. It is the truth. It is God. And so when we look at God in the terms of, say, Hinduism, then God is pantheistic. God is in everything. God is in the tree. God is in the water. God is in everything. So our question about what makes a religion gets into a very sort of thorny issue, and that's what we'll be looking at in the first week. What is the nature of God? Does religion, for example, need to have a God? We come back to the question of existentialism. You could say, well, existentialism doesn't have a God, therefore it's not a religion. Satanism doesn't even worship God, he worships Satan. So how can that be a religion? But then we come back to the fact that the three great religions of the world, Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism, these three do not have a God. Yet we say they are a religion. So this is a question that we need to answer at the very beginning of the course. What makes a religion? And that should be a very interesting discussion. And the next question is, why on earth would you want to go to Columbia College and study world religions, human law, in the first place? Is it for some sort of ulterior motive? For example, you want to get the grade, you want to pass the course, you want to get your degree. Well, that's certainly a very valid reason. Or perhaps you're on a spiritual quest and you're trying to find out the sort of purpose of life. Where do we come from? Where are we going? And why are we here in the first place? Good question. So it could be that you're studying world religions to get a grade. You could be studying because you want to pursue a spiritual quest. Or it could be that you're trying to understand world affairs, politics, international relations, religion. And if anyone says that there's a separation between church and state, well, that's a bit of a misnomer, because church and religion and politics are so intertwined, that one affects the other. I'd like to suggest that the studying of religion helps us to understand other people. Why do they think this way? Why do they act this way? What is their sort of thought process? How come they don't think the same way that we think? Are they right? Are we wrong? So when we look at religion, I'm going to approach it more from an academic perspective. It gives you the facts about a religion, many religions you may never have heard about, but it will at least allow you to dialogue, have debate. And there's nothing worse than two people saying, you worship this way, I worship this, I am right and you are wrong. So what we need to do is to understand other people, to understand the way they think, the way they act. Why are they different? And the difference may be strange to us, but it's not strange to them. So I think one of the great takeaways from this world religions class is the greater understanding of other people. I trust you will enjoy this course in world religions. We're going to start off by answering that very thorny question: what do we understand by the term religion? What is a religion? How come that, say, Christianity is a religion, but so is Confucianism, Taoism and Buddhism are also religions, and the difference being Christianity has a God, Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism does not have a God, and that should be a very interesting debate. In week 2, we'll be looking at something that's a favourite of mine, and that is the oral religions. Does a religion need to have a code book? For Islam, we have the Quran. For Christianity, we have the Bible. But for North American religions, then you won't find, in the main, you won't find a code book. You won't find a book of instructions, etc. But you'll find that religion is passed on by the dance, or father to son, or many other means, but without having a central Bible per se. I think you'll enjoy this course in world religions. It gets me pretty excited. For a Brit, that's quite something to get excited about anything. But, and I'm from London, by the way, you can tell by my accent that I am not from California, I am British. And I thoroughly enjoy this course in world religions. So, welcome to this course. This is your Professor, Dr. Lee, looking forward to working through this course with you. And if you have questions, there's maybe no definitive answer, but just email me, let me know, and I welcome you to this course in world religions. Thank you.